Hey, how's it going? So, chronic pain tips. Some days you just don't have it. Don't force it, because you'll pay for it the next day. Today's been a really blah day. The barometer's been shifting all over the place. Headache, tired. I get essential tremors, which is when you shake like this, but it's not visible. You can feel it. Somebody else touching you can feel it, but it's not a visible shake. Yeah, it's been one of those days. Anyway, so I've been working on beads. I started out with, okay, so my palette starting out, that isn't going to work because you really can't see. Hold on. My palette started out was these colors here and white. And there is a lot of difference in the colors, even though this camera is showing them all in the same tones. They're seafoams to teals. This one's got some translucency to it. This is a dark blue with gray. This is a dark blue, and then this is the gray. So regardless of what I thought I was going to make, I'm making chop canes, and chop canes get you things. You really can't see the gold or any of the, there, see the gold? And I really wish it would focus in better. The white is clearly defined and not that beigey color it's trying to present itself as. But it's really not wanting to focus. I don't know why. I don't know what makes the difference. There. How's that? Can I get that up there? Focus. Camera, focus. See, it's almost trying to focus. Yeah, there's a lot more detail than it's showing. And it's a lot more powder blue than that green color it just showed. Anyway, so I rolled out these two, which is what made those leaves. They're rolled out. And to make the leaves, all I do is cut a section like yay. So I cut a piece off. And then I squish it. Squish, 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 until it starts to be round. And then because I want leaves, because I like the leaves, I pinch, see the pinch? And I squish a little bit more to make sure everything's even. And I have a leaf, or a pear, or a teardrop. And it's not focusing. Anyway, it's a patchwork of cut pieces that they were the end pieces and the chops and things that chopped up, and it gets rolled. And then it gets the gold leaf put on the outside, and then it gets cut up. This is part of the kaleidoscope I was trying to build that just did not build the kaleidoscope the way I want. And here you can see that I need better quality knives because I'm getting a lot of drag on my knife. That's what you're seeing there. This is the interior that's part of that. And then this is the other interior. Okay, so I should have shown you. Yeah, okay. So you have this interior, and I make reversible canes. So they should be half one's color, half the other color. They should be completely reversible. But I had a lot of distortion because I'm using the Sculpey, and it didn't work. So that's those. This one here, it needs to be a little bit longer. You squeeze and you pinch and you squeeze and you pinch. And you make it longer and longer and longer, and it's going to be a flower petal, or the inside of a flower petal, like I've talked about how they have all the layers and stuff. And I'll go ahead and cut that and show you a little bit of that. Bending is not my strong suit right now. So when I cut that in half and I put them together, can you see how I get a lot of detail in there? And then I put that together. Mind you, there's a lot of waste at the end on these because they don't line up. And then I pinch, then I start to pinch in for the flower petal. And this is Sculpey, so it's so incredibly soft. It's kind of like trying to mold butter. I like the Primo. The Primo is a much firmer, much easier to work with for me clay. And see, I'm starting to get a petal. And when I'm done, I'll have a petal shape. And that blue will be an indent in. That blue will be an indent in on my petal. And I have to round these. And I have to round this here to this here while pinching in this here. You can pull up videos on pencil stroke flowers or just flower canes, and there's plenty of tutorials out there. Don't take what I'm doing as the way to do it, because I'm not that good. What I'm really good at in arts and crafts is what do you do when you make a mistake. That's my strong point. I know all the fixes, all the workarounds. Yeah, that's my strong point. So it's not that I'm that good, it's that I know how to fix it. Thing about clay, if you decide to get into polymer clay, it contains plasticizers. The plasticizers are now all over my hands, okay? Now, that means that my glasses are polymer. My teeth are polymer. My screen is polymer. Anything polymer that you touch, you can damage. I've been using this PVC pipe for rolling out with. You're not supposed to use PVC pipe because the polymers can affect it. And let's see. Can you see? No, you can't see it. This camera's just not good enough. You can see spots where the polymer has gotten to the pipe. So, best course of action is to go into the bathroom and use hot soapy water for 20 seconds and scrub and get everything. Second best course of action is old-fashioned wipes because they are microfiber. They will pull all of that plasticizer off of your hands. These are soaking wet with crud because they're generics. Get all of that plasticizer off of your hands before you do anything else, because this jacket is Tylon, which means it's plastic. Okay, you can really... I've left fingerprints on desks. I left a fingerprint on my computer screen once. You can really fuck shit up. Now my hands are wet and I've got to dry them off, and I'll be right back. Yeah. So that's your big thing with, that was a really unflattering angle. That's your big thing with polymer clays. Be careful with the plasticizer because you can damage countertops. You can damage... It's probably what killed my boots, the pleather getting eaten out on my boots. It's completely possible, but the fact is they were 3 years old and pleather doesn't last to begin with, so I'm not feeling guilty about that. Anyway, today's been a no energy day. I've been sitting and moping most of the day because every time I stand up I'm dizzy and I'm tired and wah. So I got a bunch of canes done that will become some flowers and become some straight beads, and I'll have fun with them. That was 10 ounces of clay total. I have enough clay on hand right now for 2 more batches of beads at 6 ounces of clay total. I make the beads and I drill the holes after they're made, so there's a lot of work yet to go. I was going to talk about something, I can't remember what. So we'll go over the list. Okay, Coughed up a bunch of tonsil stones today. Who gets tonsil stones? Raise your hand. That's when you cough up that crunchy bad breath, okay? Tonsil stones are caused when you have a sore throat and there's an infection back there. That infection looks an awful lot like a zit. And when it's gone, you have a scar. You have a pit, and that pit fills with plaque, basically. And it grows, and it grows, and it grows, and then finally it gets too big, or your throat swells, and you cough it out. And you make the mistake of going, ew! Okay, we've all done it. If you get tonsil stones. Some people don't get them. I have had so many people in my life freak out. I coughed up all this stuff! Yeah, it's a tonsil stone. But, it's a tonsil stone. You grow them everywhere from the roof of your mouth to your vocal cords. I happen to have a patch of them right underneath where the ear drains into the throat station tube area. And one of them I coughs out. I'm trying to find something big enough to demo. And I'm not seeing anything big enough to demo. Okay, that'll work. I cough out one about the size of this white thing. And I do it about once every 3 months. It's annoying. This is why gargling was invented. This is why we're supposed to Listerine our throat once a day. How many people gargle? Occasionally. Yeah, tonsil stones. Anyway, after that, next subject. I talked about tone policing in a previous video. I'm going to tone police myself and not talk about that anymore right now. We're at 11-12 minutes. I'm thinking this is good. Oh, here, I'll do this for you. I'll do this once, okay, because it's going to give me a headache. Yeah, you got that. Talk to you later.